Yeah, so here's the thing. Don Lemon goes into a church alongside protesters in Minneapolis. The protesters are protesting against the pastor in this church in Minneapolis that happens to work with ICE. That's an insane concept to begin with. Many of you, especially non-Americans, might be like, what the fuck do you mean? A priest is also working with ICE? Isn't that like fundamentally not in line with preaching the gospel? In the United States of America, we do Christianity differently. For people who don't understand, you know, there's no hate like Christian love, baby. Okay, so that's number one. So protesters. But one thing that I obviously want to talk about is Don Lemon. Now, Don Lemon and I don't see eye to eye in many things. Okay, we don't see the world in the same way at all. Having said that, as I've defended Jimmy Kimmel in the past, when there was an infraction against Jimmy Kimmel for basically the most like normal vanilla take possible on the Charlie Kirk assassination that wasn't even remotely offensive, and the Trump administration tried to utilize the federal regulatory agencies to get Jimmy Kimmel fired. They have upped the ante now, and they're going after Don Lemon in what I consider to be one of the most egregious, outright censorious violations of the First Amendment in the United States, okay? This is stuff that we have not seen since World War I. This is stuff that they would sometimes engage in, never this flagrantly, never this openly, okay? Stuff that they would engage with, like for undocumented citizens or migrant reporters that were reporting on ICE activities in the past, but never this openly, in direct violation of the Constitution, okay? I need you to understand, this is directly a violation of the American Constitution, okay? Why are people spamming Lemon? Oh, because Don Lemon, okay. Don Lemon snubbed you? No, I snubbed him, but it doesn't matter. Let's take a look at what happened, and I'll give you some more commentary in a second.
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested after he entered a Minnesota church and recorded ICE protesters as they disrupted a service. Well, let's speak to our US correspondent, James Matthews, who is in Washington for us right now. James, I hope he is in Washington. I can't quite see him. There he is. James, what's happening with Don Lemon?
Yeah, hi, Ali. Well, Don Lemon, of course, he's a big name here, former CNN anchor who he currently does his own show on YouTube, very much serial doorstepper, you know, he goes round.
Damn, the focus on cottage industry is eating good today. Brother, are they eating good? Their cries have only made me stronger. I did not expect there to be 100,000 people in here before I even blasted off. Okay? If anything, they brought more attention to the unjustifiable nature, the inconsistencies, like how ridiculous it is. It quite literally backfired. There's probably no better way that this could have backfired on them at all. This is, you know, it's not a do-nothing win type situation. It's not a do-nothing win type situation at all, just so you understand. It's not a do-nothing win type, because I'm doing things, right? People think I'm not doing things, but I am doing things, right? I am doing shit. Doing shit all the time. You know what? I'm going to, boom, restart this pop-up chat. Thank you for coming to Minneapolis. It meant a lot for us. Of course, please turn off stream delay. I cannot. Unfortunately, this stream will have a 10-second delay. It's running on a 10-second delay for the time being. I can't change it to ultra low latency. That's what I was supposed to do, so that there was a 5-second delay, but I think it's like a 10-second to 15-second delay, unfortunately, for this stream. It's all good. Next time I go live on YouTube, I will obviously work on this stuff. I will obviously fix some of these problems. But, you know, Oh, this is top chat right now. Hold on. Let's put it on live chat. But yeah. I have all my Twitch mods that are on here as well. Don't you worry. Yeah, you be doing shit, sparking conversation. Yep. Okay.
Fronting up politicians and the rest. What's happened is that this all stems from a protest a fortnight ago in a Minnesota church. Protesters went inside. They were claiming that one of the pastors worked for ICE. Don Lemon was covering it, and we've seen pictures of him, going inside with protesters, doing interviews, doing journalism. That's what it looks like. He has indeed said he was reporting, not demonstrating. The Department of Justice, well, it, over the past 2 weeks, has been trying to charge a number of those who went inside the church, including Don Lemon. They've gone to at least one court, and that's been knocked back. Magistrates, judges saying, look, this just doesn't wash legally, this pursuit of him. Some charges have stuck.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Don Lemon goes into a church alongside protesters in Minneapolis. The protesters are protesting against the pastor in this church in Minneapolis that happens to work with ICE. That's an insane concept to begin with. Many of you, especially non-Americans, might be like, what the fuck do you mean? A priest is also working with ICE? Isn't that like fundamentally not in line with preaching the gospel? In the United States of America, we do Christianity differently. For people who don't understand, there's no hate like Christian love, baby. Okay? So that's number one. So protesters go and pose as the clergy, and they start protesting during the, I guess, like proceedings that are taking place. Don Lemon is there acting as a journalist. Don Lemon is there as a journalist. He is filming the process. It is perfectly legal for him to be there. It is perfectly legal and constitutionally protected for him to be there and film the proceedings. Okay? Make no mistake. But because Don Lemon is a household name that a lot of boomers, especially on the Republican side, hate, they use this as an opportunity to make a big controversy out of the situation. First, they arrest and apprehend the leaders of this movement that protested at this church. Then they turn around and try to get Don Lemon to be prosecuted as well. Harmeet Dillon, who is the Assistant Attorney General in the Civil Rights Division in the Department of Justice, says on Benny Johnson's show that she is going to prosecute Don Lemon with everything that they got. This is a person who is tasked with dealing with civil rights in the Department of Justice. Okay? Think about that. How crazy. And what, to make matters worse, she talks about it on MLK Day. She talks about using the Klan Act on MLK Day on a black man for going to a church. For going to a church and filming a protest at a church. Insanity. It's upside down world, man. Everything is completely upside down.